Hello everyone, this is Chris here. I'm so excited to share another card with you. I used a stamp and stencil set that was a special offer last month from Tailored Expressions. If you spent a certain amount of money, you got that free with your order. It was a very generous gift. I absolutely love the chickens. I don't know why. I don't live on a farm, but man, they're just so freaking cute. I couldn't wait. So I wanted to show you how I did this because I think this is so much fun and just such a sweet card. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some temporary adhesive, and I'm going to tape a card. This is just white cardstock. It's cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some temporary tape to tape down my stencil. And I wanted to go for more of a realistic look for my chickens. So I've decided to use some brown and like a cream or like a butter color to do that. So the first color I picked was one that was really old that I had in my stash. It's called Creamy Caramel, and I'm going to try to put a really light coating down. I don't want this to be super dark. I'm intentionally trying to make each chicken look a little bit different. So this one's a little darker, a little lighter, and that's because I just want it to look like a whole flock, not just the same chicken over and over again. And that's part of the genius of the stencil, is the way they designed it, is that you do get chickens that look like they're individual animals. Okay, so now I've got a light coating of my brown down. So now we can pick this up and let's put down our next stencil. Tailored Expressions does an amazing job. They really think things out before they put them on the market. And I think they did a really nice job of making these really easy to line up. You could use the square grids here, but on this stencil, it really is so easy that you don't need to go to that extra step to do that for this. All right, for this color, I'm using Buttercream by Altenew. And it is just a really nice soft yellow. I didn't want to make them look like sunshine, but I did want to, I don't know, yellow seemed like a good color. And again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to use different amounts of ink, some a little heavier than others. All right, so we're done with our yellow layer, and now there's one more layer to the stencil. Look at that. Look how awesome this is. Easy peasy. The next layer I'm going to do is the, what are these called? The little ruffles on their head, the little feathers on their head. And in this case, I really wanted to use the classic red. I wanted that pop of color in this, and I just think the red turns out perfect. Because this is my pop of color, I do think I am going to make these a little darker than, I don't want them to look pink. I want them to definitely look red. So I am going in there with a little bit of a heavier hand, or multiple layers, however you want to look at that. Really getting each one of those crests on top of their head. So there we go. And now we have our panel of stenciled chickens. Now this set gets even better, and this comes with the set. They have a stamp set that coordinates, and it has all these different I'm gonna call them accessories, in order to accent your chickens and make them look even cooler than they already do. And you could use your Misty or something else in order to stamp these, but I actually think this is faster with a block. And because they're clear, it's so easy to line these up. Now, they have 4 different faces for the chickens, and I'm sure you could spend a lot of time figuring out which one goes with which. I'm just kind of guessing. I'm going to do 3, I think, of each face. Just again, I'm trying to make them look all different. I want this to look like a whole happy family. So there's 3. Let's do another face. And honestly, if it doesn't line up perfectly, I actually think that adds a little charm to the card. So that's a good thing. All right, I think I'm going to do one more. I know I said 3, but here we go. 4. Oh, I love it. Just, it's coming together so beautifully. All right, and then this is our last face. Let's see if we can wrap up all of our little chickens here. Chicken faces. Fix that. Not a problem. All right, I think all of our chickens have faces. All right, so now we can go back in and we can add some wings. And I am going to turn some of them up like above the body, and then some of these I'm going to put within the body. So it just depends on the animal. Again, just trying to add as much variation as I possibly can to the background. And there are 2 wings, so I'm going to pick the smaller one now. Now there are also some dots in the set you could stamp over the bodies, but I decided I didn't want to do that for this. I like the simple look of just the stamped wing. So I think I'm going to just continue on with that look. And I think I got them all. And the last thing is the legs, and they have, let's see, I think 3 or 4 different sets of legs. So we're just going to go ahead and add them on randomly. And now I'm going to pull in my Tailored Expressions glass mat, and I'm going to smush a little bit of ink on there and spray some water. And now I can use this, I can pick up a little bit of that color and tap, and I can get some splatters on my card. And I just think it helps make that white background a little tamer, makes it a little softer. Also looks like they might be going after seeds or something. I don't know. What do you think these chickens are doing? I think that is perfect. So there we go. So let me clean this up. I'm going to put my circle right here. It's actually pretty close to where I had it on my original, maybe a smidgen lower, but I'm going to die cut out that little mistake where I dropped my block. Now that we've die cut that circle out of our front panel, I've laid that front panel onto my card base, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my sentiment inside that opening so that I can use my MISTI to stamp it and make sure that it is all set in nice crisp dark black. And I chose to do the Just Chickenin' again. I really love this sentiment. It's just such a great stamp set. Alright, so now that we have that, we can set our MISTI aside and we can assemble the rest of our card. So I went ahead and put foam tape on the back because I decided I wanted this panel to be raised up, but I also think it needs just a little bit of an embellishment. So I'm going to take a little bit of my tape runner and put it in between these layers of foam tape, and I'm going to take this small piece of ribbon and I'm going to wrap that around and use that tape to secure that down. And then I can pull off the release paper on my foam tape. And now I'm just going to use a glue dot to attach this ribbon to the card. I'm trying to decide which side's prettier. I think I like this side. And I just think it makes it, I don't know, it gives it a little bit more of a country feel. I like that. Now we have this circle that we die cut out of here. I didn't want that to go to waste. And we have this perfectly good chicken right here in the center of it. So what I decided to do here was just rough cut or fussy cut. I'm just fussy cutting out this little chicken here. And I am leaving a little bit of white around here because I'm gluing it onto the white card. And that won't show up that much on in the final project. Now, one thought I had was we could put this guy right here on the front, and I like how he's just kind of sitting here with the sentiment. But in the end, I think I decided I like this better on the inside. It just kind of dresses up the inside of the card a little bit. Adds a nice little extra touch and carries the theme all the way through. So we're just going to take our little chicken and I'm going to put him down here in this bottom corner so I have plenty of room to write a message. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I really love the stamp and stencil die set. They did a fantastic job of designing it. It should be available again in the store in a few months, and I hope you guys enjoy working with it. Have a great day, guys. Stay crafty.